So yeah, we can see. I'm just adding the participants here. We have around 24. I believe there will be more coming in soon. Okay, hello everyone. Thank you so much for joining in. We will be starting the session now. We took a few minutes to do some tests, so apologies for that, but we are here now and thank you so much for joining in. We are at one of our another sessions for the Global Skill Development Council Masterclass, Generative AI Masterclass, and today we will be focusing on Generative AI in marketing. So I believe most of the people who had joined earlier are also here. So thank you so much. And for those who are joining for the first time, a very big welcome from GSDC. Before we going ahead to the spectacle of the session, I would like to introduce our hosting organization as well. We are known as Global Skill Development Council, and we are a vendor-agnostic international credentialing and certification organization. We are accredited by ANSI and ABICB, and we have globally recognized certifications body. So we have over 100 plus partners across the globe and 500 plus SMEs who designed our products, our deliverables, along with 1,000 plus MNC corporates recognized with 30 plus universities. We have also, we are honored also to say that we have certified over 90,000 professionals who are also here to attend this session. So thank you so much again for joining. A big shout out to our partners who have endlessly supported us through these events. So thank you so much for joining us, and also to those who are joining through our partner channel. Thank you for being here. You can connect with our partners for any information on the certifications. We are also very honored to have our proud patrons who support us in all our events. Thank you so much. Shout out to all of you. And if you would like to be a part of the GSDC patron, do reach out to us. We will leave our contacts on the chat box soon. Our official media partner is WordPress Hub. They are available here. And thank you so much again for all your support. GSDC has over 100 plus certification portfolio. If you are interested in any other programs, you can check that out on our website as well. We'll send you the deeds shortly. We also want to let you know that all the participants here will be receiving a $200 Word certification free of cost. It's complimentary as your registration for this event. And you will be receiving this after the event is over. With the with the GSDC certificate, you will be also receiving a lifelong membership with us. So you can reach out to us for all the deets on that. Also, we'll have a gamification session right after the presentation by our speaker. So do stay with us, and you may be able to win a $400 Word certificate if you win on the gamification. Also, top 3 winners will be on our Wall of Fame later on. So just without further ado here, let me introduce our speaker for today. He has over 15 years of experience in digital marketing and project management realm, and we are so honored to have him here. So he is Alex Valinov, and the CTO at Tech Digital. So thank you so much, Alex, for being here. I won't take any more time here. You can take over the screen and share. Just before you start, we will have a Q&A session after the presentation. So to all the audience, do save your questions for the chat box, and we'll go through it one by one right after the presentation. Yeah. So Alex, you can take your time now. I can see that you are muted, Alex.
Yeah. Hello. I hope you can hear me now.
Yes.
Okay, let me share my screen,
Mhm.
and I hope you can see my screen, right?
Yes.
All right. Cool. So before we start, just a little stat. You probably heard that um, around 80% of the jobs as we know it are going to be replaced by AI in next 5 to 10 years. And that sounds kind of sad a little bit, but the good news here is that um, you're not going to be replaced by AI. You are going to be replaced by people who know how to use AI. And my name is Alex. I'm here today to show you a few strategies, a few ideas of how you can upgrade your knowledge so you be in the right part of this spectrum. So, first thing, the agenda for today. So, first, we're going to talk about a few AI terms and concepts because there is a lot of jargon over there. And I know that this jargon can be a little bit hard to understand. So, I try to put it together with practical examples of what these terms actually means so they can be understand better. Then we're going to cover different options for AI for generating text with ChatGPT live demo. We're going to run a few prompts. Then we're going to cover AI for generating images with a few softwares and a few um, kind of programs that you can use to generate images. Then we're going to do a Mid-Journey live demo. And then we're going to talk a little bit about AI for generating audio and video. And then I'm going to run you to one use case. I'm coming mainly from marketing space and event marketing. My company, Tag Digital, we're doing marketing for events. So I have one example of how you can apply and use generative AI to help you uh, create a whole event from A to Z. So we're going to run through this example. It's a made up event, but anyways, it's applicable to anything you're using, whether it's for event marketing or not. And then I have a little bit about the Spark framework, which is a framework I worked on previous year. And I put together all my thoughts of how actually we can implement AI and generative AI on practical level in companies. So I'm just going to run you very quickly to that if we have time, of course. And then I have a few like a fun examples, experiments, which I was doing in the last year and so. And finally, a little bit about me and Q&A. So starting with the main things, key concepts and terms that we're going to cover. It's machine learning and AI. What's the difference between these two? Natural language processing and large language models. What are these? What are the difference? Multimodal AI. What is that multimodal AI? Generative AI. What is that? Prompting as well. I think I missed this here in the slide. But let's start first with ML and AA, or machine learning and artificial intelligence. I was speaking in one event in September, and one of the audience asked me, what's the difference between machine learning and AI? And I was almost stuck and I said, okay, what's the difference? I know what's the difference, but I couldn't explain properly. And then after that, I go to my hotel room and I just start thinking, how can I explain that simply? And then that comes with this analogy. Let's imagine that uh, machine learning is like a musician in an orchestra. Each musician is specialized in doing something or playing a specific instrument. We have a different kind of machine learning, of course. We have supervised learning. So if we go to the example, if you have a young violin player, he or she is probably playing by sheets, playing by notes, and that's a supervised learning. So the sheets are data, guide them through how and what not to play. But also there's unsupervised learning. And let's imagine this is like a experienced, for example, jazz saxophone player. He doesn't need notes. He doesn't need sheets. He can basically take it from somewhere and improvise. That's unsupervised learning. And supervised learning and supervised learning are part of machine learning algorithms types. And then there is reinforced learning, where the algorithm actually what it's doing is to adjust based on the environment. And if we want to go to analogy again, that will be, imagine a drum player that basically listen what other are playing, or reaction of audience, and adjust the tempo, the beat, and the whole the, the, the whole beat part to resonate with the audience and with the orchestra. So that's reinforced learning. But actually, what is the artificial intelligence? So if machine learning is just one player in the orchestra, the artificial intelligence is the whole orchestra. So there is a lot of algorithms involved to be able to create a beautiful music or to create something extraordinary. But also when we talk about AI, there is a few different types of AI. The one is narrow AI. If we go to the orchestra, let's imagine this is an orchestra that can play only classical music. That's what they play. They do only that thing. They're great at that, but they are not versatile. They can't play jazz. They can't play folk music. They can't play anything. And then we have general AI, which basically, if we go to the same example, it's an orchestra that can play everything and change genre on the fly, conducted by the conductor. So that's in a nutshell, it's a difference between machine learning and artificial intelligence. The next one is natural language processing, or NLP, and LLM, which is a large language models. It's hard to pronounce, but there are so many acronyms. So if we think about NLP, or natural language processing, as a wise librarian, this librarian understands every reader's taste and the core of every book, and links between different books and tales. They can suggest a book related to the mood, answer detailed questions about genres, and even wave a new story by combining different narratives. And that's natural language processing. And then large language models are actually the libraries, the expansive libraries that house all that book. Uh, the bigger and more variety the library is, like ChatGPT 4, the more tales and knowledge have the librarian can access and do. And here comes the magic, because the librarian actually can craft response, taking part from different books, and create a response that is created specifically for your inquiry, for your needs, and from what you ask for. So that's in a nutshell. If we go into example, it's difference between natural language processing and large language models. Moving on, it's the multimodal AI. So what multimodal means, probably you heard that. In practice, before I go into example, multimodal means that the model can process and can um, work with different kind of media. This media can be text, this media can be audio, this media can be video, etc., etc. So these are universal artificial intelligence models. They're multimodal. They can work with different kind of media. If we go into example, imagine a superhero. We know all the superheroes, they have one power. They can read minds, or they can fly, or they can create storm, or whatever. But when we have a multimodal AI, that's a superhero of superheroes. So he or she can play or do everything. So he has all of those power combined together. And then next thing is prompt. Probably you heard that prompt so many times. But what actually is the prompt? The prompt is the way we, as humans, communicate with AI. So that's where we set our instructions and our needs. So if we want to go into some sort of analogy, let's imagine you're in a shooting scene of a movie. So there is a director. Director is giving instructions saying, okay, sound, lighting, you go there, you do this, you're saying this in that way, you're not be there. And all the scene, he's setting the scene. And the prompt actually is, in our example, is the director. So director gives directions to everyone involved into that uh, movie shooting. And everyone involved are, let's imagine, different machine learning models combined together. So that's what the prompt is. That's the our language or our way we communicate with AI. And finally, what is generative AI? In a nutshell, it's very simple said, generative AI, it's a part of AI that creates new kind of content. And it's extremely powerful in marketing simply because we, as a marketers, always create new kind of content. We create social media posts, we create blog posts, we create ads, etc., etc., etc. So generative AI can be helpful. But if we go again to some sort of analogy, imagine you have a Lego, and every single piece of Lego, it's a data set. And now you imagine you have a very smart robot that basically is getting these little pieces and combine them and create new structures. So you have this data, you have these pieces, they come together in something new, something you never have, and something that is completely new. But you use this part as a building blocks to create new content or new ideas or new um, audio, video, text, whatever. So by definition, generative AI refer to class to artificial intelligence system designed to create new content that is similar to or indistinguishable from human generated data. This system uses machine learning techniques to generate new data, such as images, text, music, and more, based on patterns and examples found in the training data. So that's by definition. So moving forward, what we can create with generative AI tools? Simply said, a different kind of media. This media can be text, this media can be images or photos, this media can be audio, or this media can be video. That's the that's the four models we are working with. And then just let's dive into each of those. So how this talk is structure is that we're going to run through every single kind of media. We're going to run through examples of different softwares you can use to create this kind of media. And we have a few live demos to see how actually looks like in practice. Let's start with text. In a nutshell, what you can do with generative AI text systems is to summarize text, expand text, paraphrase a text, to complete text that you already started, or to apply a specific style of text. Let's imagine you have something and you need to be restyled in a style of Victor Hugo, for example, or Shakespeare. Let's look at this from marketing point of view. What we can do, this is a very short list, as just like a scratching a surface. We can create strap lines and slogans very easily. We can create titles and topics, blog posts and articles, social media posts, ad copy for our ads across Google, Facebook, and all other social networks. We can create scripts for our videos and our podcasts. We can create the product descriptions. We can streamline generation of emails and automate this through different AI tools as well. We can create a landing page copy. We can create as well website copy. We can create survey and posts. And as I said, this is just scratching the surface. Just anything related to text, basically anything related to text, from creating your emails to, I don't know, say it, generate idea of a new product. All of that can be done using generative AI or text-related generative AI tools to some extent. So what tools we have? I'm not saying these are all the tools. I'm just giving you like an idea of how different they can be. Probably there are hundreds of them. I'm I'm not saying I have a preference of any of this. I just want to show you what's the difference between them and what you need to search for based on your needs. So we have ChatGPT, probably the most uh, kind of known tool. Then we have Bing Chat, which is powered by ChatGPT. We have Google Gemini, which was introduced actually this week or previous week at some point. Not this week, today's Monday. Previous week at some point, it's what it was called Bard before that. We have Claude 2, which is another large language model. We have Jasper, Writer, and Copy AI. The Jasper and Copy AI are tools that were on the market even before ChatGPT, so they were used by marketers a long time ago, before ChatGPT. And let's see just quickly what's the difference between these tools. So some of them are free, some of them have free version, some of them are paid only. So the first one, ChatGPT, you know that you can use a 3.5 model for free. And if you want to use ChatGPT 4 and some other um, features like plugins, custom GPTs, etc., you need to upgrade to a paid version, which at the moment is $20 per month, but it's worthy. Also, ChatGPT is multimodal, which means that it can work with text, but also it can work with images, and we're expecting soon to be able to work with video as well. In terms of what kind of um, AI is this one, ChatGPT is part of these so-called foundational models, which are created to be not narrow AI, they are general AI, so they can do a lot of different tasks. So they don't have restriction of, or they are not created or programmed to do something specific. They can do everything with text. Moving down there, Bing Chat. Bing Chat is powered by ChatGPT, so the backend is ChatGPT. It's available across Enterprise, Microsoft Edge, Bing Chat Enterprise, and all these like a Microsoft products. It requires to be signed to Microsoft like a suite to use that. Again, it's multimodal. You can create images, and you can do a lot of other stuff that you can do with ChatGPT. But that basically it's something created and baked into Microsoft products. Then we have Gemini, which is the opposite part of the spectrum. Not the opposite, but it's baked in Google products. At the moment, it's free, and we have Gemini Pro, which use the latest Google algorithm called Google, Gemini Ultra. And again, it can generate text, images, create computer code, and some other cool stuff. It's the same analogy as ChatGPT, and the early tests are like a showing different, um, let's say, scenarios or different behavior between comparing these two. But basically, ChatGPT 4 and Gemini Ultra are like at the same level of, let's say, technological advancements. Then, if we go down there, Claude 2, there is a free version, but there is pro version. Simply said, Claude 2 is very good in like creating a content in a more human style. And probably 2-3 months ago, the main unique selling point for Claude 2 was that it can work with a long like a blocks of text. They have a 100,000 token window, which means that you can upload and work with something, let's say 250 pages document, which was not available in ChatGPT or any of other tools. So that's why some people prefer Claude, because it's sounds more human, and also can work with a very, very big text blocks. And then the other, Jasper AI, as I said, that's a tool that is even before ChatGPT and all the guys mentioned above. It was used mainly by content marketer, and it's using their own model, but it's like more like a narrow AI, because it's you have you have a template created there. You can set your tone of voice, writing styles, and more like about writing. But the only thing the model can do is just create text. So it's great for if you want to write blog posts, and you can get very good result. But that's what it can do. The next one in the spectrum is writer. It's interesting because actually there is a predefined template, so you don't need to mess around too much with prompting and how to get the right results. There's templates, but actually it uses ChatGPT 3.5 as a backend. So it's run solely on ChatGPT 4. Just you have different interface and you don't have prompts because everything is predefined in templates. And then finally, Copy AI. It's again something similar to Jasper. You have 90 plus copywriting templates, and you have unique result, multi-language support, etc., etc. You can see different prices. I'm not advertising any of this. I'm just trying to show you different kind of models you have. So foundational models like ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, and then you have um, tools uh, created based on this model, like Writer. Moving forward, we have ChatGPT live demo. So I will need to switch here to go out and just give me a second. Well, so um, so that's ChatGPT. I hope you can see my screen now with ChatGPT. I'm just going to run quick through the account and cover some features, and we're going to do a few prompts and experiment with ChatGPT. So the first thing is, I guess you can see your profile. So here you can see your plan, how much you're paying, what's your plan. So I'm on Plus plan. You can upgrade to Team plan, which is something new. So you can collaborate with your peers in your company. The other thing here is my GPT. So if you create your own GPTs, like I did, I have list of all of my GPTs which we're using. You have a custom instruction. So the custom instruction is the way that you can set your tone of voice or your style. So every time you prompt to ChatGPT, you can actually have the same output. In this case, I'm not using because I'm wearing so many hats, so I need to switch between styles. So that's why I don't have anything here. But if you're consistent, if you do one thing and if you want to follow a specific style, you can set instruction here, and ChatGPT will take this into consideration when you do your prompting. And then finally, it's your settings. Oops, sorry. Uh, settings. So what you see, that's not so interesting. The interesting part is that you can enable beta features, and here is how you uh, control your data. So you can export, you can share links, and then that's your builder profile if you're using ChatGPT or custom GPTs. Sorry. So the next thing here, which I want to cover, it's different models you have. So here in the top corner, you see uh, a few different options. The first one is ChatGPT 3.5. This is what you get with your uh, free ChatGPT account. And if you want to go with more advanced model, you can use ChatGPT 4, which means that you have additional features. So what's the difference between these two, ChatGPT 3.5 and ChatGPT 4? The main difference is that ChatGPT 4 has a bigger contextual window, so it's better in reasoning, it's better in every single task, it's just upgraded part of the model. Also, you can generate images using OpenAI DALL-E, then you can use browsing, so the ChatGPT 4 have an access to internet, so it's not just a library that is pre-trained and that's it. Like in ChatGPT 3, you can access internet and you can get some data and compare some data, and also um, their analysis tool, which basically can work as a data analysis. So if you have a big set of data and you want to analyze this data, you can use that through ChatGPT 4. I have one of the example here with that, so we can check it in a minute. And then finally, you have plugins. So plugins are a third-party software that is created to work specifically with ChatGPT. So you can install plugins and select them when you prompt. So as you can see, I have a few of those. Like sometimes you can before there was a time that ChatGPT was not accessing internet, so I have a few of them that are for accessing links, etc. So you can select and prompt with the ChatGPT plugins. But what's happening at the moment is that with custom GPTs, which you can see here, and we can explore in a second, you can create something more advanced than with plugging. And then let's just go with custom GPTs. So what are these custom GPTs? So custom GPTs are GPTs that use the main language model, GPT-4, but on top of that, you can train with your own data and you can create a specific application that is doing something for you. So in a nutshell, imagine this as a Apple Store or Google Play. So the developers or creators can create different GPTs based on their needs that they can set here and monetize. Basically, they can sell, and the profit is shared between OpenAI and the creator. If you want to make it public, if you don't want to make it public, you can make it private, and just you can use it just by yourself. Uh, we can do a quick demo of some of those in a second. And let's just see what we can do with ChatGPT. So just to streamline the process, I created a few prompts that are already here in my document. So let's just work with this one. I'm going to choose ChatGPT 4 because I know ChatGPT 4 is accessing internet, and I'll say summarize the content from the URL. That's a simple prompt. So our action is summarize. As we said, that's one of the things. And then we have an URL. If you do that with ChatGPT 3.5, it's not going to do anything because you can't access the content. What you can do with ChatGPT 3.5 is go to this page, copy the content, say summarize the text below, paste it, and then you get it. But let's see what we can get here from this one. So see, it's saying doing research with Bing, which means accessing internet, and then checking the content of the page and creates a summarized version, which you can use for a social media post or whatever. What is the next example? Let's say the same thing, but we have a content and we want to create 5 tweets from that content. It's the same concept. You can get this one, paste it here. We can continue the chat in the same window, but also we can start a completely new chat and it's going to work. Doesn't matter in this case. So our main goal is to create 5 tweets from the content. Here you go. So imagine you as a marketer, how much time just simple prompt like that will save you. You have a content, you want 5 tweets, or you want a content for Facebook, you can get it. So there is some like advanced things you can do, I'll say here. The first one and most important thing is that you always need to check the output to be sure that that's A, correct, B, it's what you actually want to say. And the other thing is that if you have a specific format, you can source the algorithm with a few examples, and then the algorithm says, okay, that's what I want to do and try to mimic. So it's going to get the content, but also you use your example, tone of voice, etc., to mimic your needs. Moving forward, uh, expansion. We said expansion is one of the feature. Let's get this prompt. Let's start even new chat. Paste it here. We say, I'll share a statement. You expand it to detailed guide that explores different aspects of influence marketing, including choosing the right influencer, measuring campaign success, and integrating influencer content into broader marketing strategies. And the statement is that influence marketing is reshaping how brand connect with the audiences. And then here you go. With this simple prompt, you can expand the statement into a longer text format that we can use as an article. We can publish it as an article, as a blog post, or whatever. Again, once this is ready, check it. Always human in a loop. Check if that's correct. Is that what you want to say? Second thing. And then if it resonates with you, if it's fine with your style, you can use it. But also, you can do a series of prompts after that to fix the issues that you see in the result. So see, it's still generating. While we're waiting here for this generation, oh, it's done, but I'll say it. Anyways, so I watched yesterday a demo of comparing speed between ChatGPT 4 and Gemini is performing like a probably 2-3 times faster than ChatGPT at the moment. So next one is paraphrasing. Um, Here is the common marketing claim. Our product user state of our technology to provide unmatched performance and reliability. And we say, rephrase that to be good for Gen Z audience. So let's try this one and see how it looks like. Here you go. Have something that is more applicable to Gen Z. And just moving forward, let's say text completion, start a blog post with the following introduction. We put introduction, continue the post by discussing this, and that. Copy this. Again, we can start a new chat, see how it goes, and then actually we can start the sentence and then say what exactly we would like to cover, and then ChatGPT will follow our instruction and create this blog post. Cool. I say it once again. Once you have the output, you need to check. You need to be sure that that's what you want to say. You need to be sure that it's correct. And after that, you can publish it. That's very basic examples. Obviously, you can advance the prompt with including examples, including tone of voice, including a specific format of output, etc., etc. Now it's a kind of like a free write almost. So you give a sentence and then say what you want. you can implement character limits, etc., etc. So that's good. And one of the final example is stylization, or applying a specific style to your output. So we have a product description, and we want to turn this product description into story. And here how it looks like. So I'm just paste it here, not wasting time, and then see. So we want to craft a narrative that embodies the spirit of adventure, community, and brand commitment to sustainability. And then here you go. We have a whole story. So we can use stylization to create a product description, to turn product description or whatever into story. Great. Moving forward. And I have another example, which sounds a little bit random, but let's say just going something completely different direction. Let's say we have a podcast and we want to get the data from this URL, and imagine that we're going to interview Marta, which is part of the story in this URL, and say, just give me example of 10 questions I can ask Marta. So we say, act as a podcast host. I'll provide you an URL, analyze the data and the context, and create ideas for 10 questions to ask Marta. Let's see what we're going to get. So again, now we're connected to internet. All right, cool. So it's not able to be connected by some reason. I don't know what the reason is. I have assumption. And this assumption is that actually a website can use their webmaster console to protect ChatGPT for accessing website. But in this case, what we can do, if I can do it, I'll try it quickly. If it works, I can get the data here. So TikTok teens doing whatever they're doing, get the whole content from the page. Give me a second. Let's say that's the content, and then paste the content here, and then say, just, get the same prompt at the top. Put it in the top, and then say, I'll provide you with text. Analyze the text, and then I say, text, that's the text. What we can do is divide it from the other content, just to be clear. And then here you go. We can have 10 questions. If we like them, we can use them. If we don't like them, we can continue prompting, or we can use just some ideas and create our own questions. But that's how powerful it can be. Go somewhere, analyze text, and create something that we needed. Great. Moving forward, because we don't have so much time and we have a lot of content to cover. Let's just talk a little bit about multimodality, or what actually ChatGPT can do. So let's say we want to get a description of the image. So we can browse here and we can get an image. So that's the same image with Marta, and say, describe the image. So you can see how basically we can get an image and turn this image into text, into description, even though here we have a two different response. So we can choose from, say, okay, this is the one I like more, or the other two. That's another option from ChatGPT. You can have multiple response. Actually, this is option in Gemini as well. It gives every time 3 different, and you can generate more. So yeah, that's the description, and we can use that description actually if you want to reverse it. I just tried. I just interesting experiment. So I'm going to Just a second. I'm going to copy this and say generate oops, typo, but it's going to work. Okay, so now DALL-E 3 is generating image because DALL-E 3 is this machine learning part or this kind of software that is for image generation, which is embedded into ChatGPT. That's another OpenAI project. So they upgraded from DALL-E 2 to DALL-E 3 recently, and yeah, just great results. So we can see what we're going to get there. I'm a little bit conscious with time, so I'm trying to do it quicker moving forwards. I can talk here for hours, if you don't mind, but we don't have that time, unfortunately. Um, cool. Here you go. That's the result based on that description. But also you can create your own. You can say create image of cute dog running in the green fields manga style, for example, and boom, you can get it. Let's wait for DALL-E 3 to do its magic for a second. And let me see what's next. All right. I just want to prepare the next piece. So that's the final part from uh, ChatGPT live demo. So while we waiting, I'm just going to brief you quickly. So it's how we as a marketers can use ChatGPT to analyze data because most of the decisions we make as marketers are based on data. And I created a very simple scenario. I exported a campaign from Google Ads, and I have a prompt saying, okay, analyze this set of campaigns and give me recommendations based on performance, keeping in mind that I need this and that. So waiting for the image here, and we're going to do analyzing. Again, here you go. That's your cute running dog into uh, into manga style. So you can see what kind of quality you can get from ChatGPT and DALL-E 3. Also, we were going to run a mid-journey demo in a second, and you can see what's the difference and what you can do there. So stay tuned. Finally, as we said, a little bit on data analysis. So we say, act as an experienced Google Ads specialist. I'll provide you with the last 30 days performance of an ad account. You will provide me with insights based on data. I need to know how to relocate budget to get more conversions on a lower cost per conversion. So that's our need. So we very well specified what we need. And then I go there, grab this report, which is exported. So it's kind of I prepare that in advance so we don't waste time and put into ChatGPT analyzing tool. So once you upload a spreadsheet or a CSV file, we know that this is data, and now it's analyzing the data and providing what we have actually in the data set. And just giving us some information and asking to clarification, saying, okay, that's the data. I'm proceeding with analyzing. And you'll see in a second what kind of output you can get and how helpful this can be for every single marketer, because actually you're able to even to learn how to do proper analysis using ChatGPT. It's not like okay, they're going to replace it, but it can use the hardcore part of the job, and then you can just fine tune the things. Okay, there's an error. We are patient. Let's see You see, okay, I see what's happening. So uh, there's a different way we set conversions or conversions. So it's kind of, okay, there is something that is not matching correctly. So I'm just going to proceed with data. It's kind of a formatting of the data in the table. And then after 3 iterations, which we see, I haven't touched my laptop. So ChatGPT has done all the job in saying, this is your average cost per conversion for these campaigns. This is your average cost. That's how much you spend. Um, that's how many conversions you have across different kind of campaigns, and then recommendation for budgetary allocation, saying increase budget for performance max campaign, reevaluating stream video campaign, consider, etc., etc., etc. So you can see how powerful this can be. So that's basically export of a data set with the real data from real campaign, and then you can basically do a very quick analysis. So that's the end of the live demo with ChatGPT. I'm cautious with time, so I'm going back to my main slide and putting on slideshow again. So a few quick things about ChatGPT, good, bad, and ugly. So ChatGPT is good in extracting information from text, generated ideas, and writing code. That's where it's good. It's bad with math. So if you're trying to force ChatGPT to say, okay, create me a Google Ads that is, or Google headline, which is 30 characters, you're never going to get it. It's not good in calculating. Say, I want a blog post of 3 paragraphs. It's very unlikely you get 3 paragraphs. Also can guarantee accuracy and can access information dated after February 2023. So that's after the final update they've done probably a few months ago. Before that was accessing data from up to 2022. The ugly stuff about ChatGPT is it can hallucinate, which means that can made up absolutely things that are not true. That's why I'd say it's not trustworthy. So whatever information you have as an output, you need to check the facts. There's some techniques you can reduce hallucination, but we don't have time for this one at the moment. If you're interested, you get in touch with me, and I can source you with some information you can read and get some ideas of how you can reduce this hallucination. So moving forward, the next part is the images. So now we covered text, we have images, we have audio, and we have video, and we're going to be quicker here. So the good thing of images is that you can convert your idea or your imagination from text into image. Then the other thing is that you don't need to use more stock images, so you can generate all of the images by your own, and you can do a better job. The most important is just to imagine what you want and to be able to explain it in words. Then, as we said, imagination is the only limit. What you can do artistic images, photorealistic images, graphic design, 3D models, virtual characters and avatars, textures and patterns, all of that, everything as an image you need to do, from photorealistic to a specific artist style to graphics or whatever you can do with these tools. One caveat here is that probably they're not still very good with text, or if you want to put some text within an image, it's not working very well. DALL-E 3 is a little bit better than Midjourney, but that's in a detail. That's going to be fixed soon, I believe. And then what you can do logos and brand visuals. You can do product development, blog posts and articles, social media posts, all the images you need. You can do it by these image generation tools, everything about your emails, everything about your newsletter. If you want, you can create or generate images using AI tools. Probably, I'm pretty sure someone going to ask, what about copyright? So that's a good question, as speakers are saying always. But the interesting here is that uh, as a rule of thumb, the prompter is an owner of the image, and depends of terms of conditions of the specific platform. You need to check that there can be some restrictions of how we can use it, or can you use it for commercial use, etc., etc. So just three very simple. That's the top of the iceberg. Three tools: Midjourney, DALI 3, which is part of ChatGPT, which we already saw how it works, and Stable Diffusion. What's the key feature differences? Probably Midjourney is most advanced at the moment. There's a free trial available, but then it's around $10 per month. You can create high quality images and with a simple text prompt. And it's a little bit hard to set up initially because it runs through Discord. So you need to have a Discord account. And it's a little bit more technical in terms of how you prompt compared with DALI 3, but the results are stunning. DALI 3, as we said, is part of ChatGPT Plus and Enterprise. There's a free model and API. You can create an image by text and you can use API as well. Stable Diffusion, it's another option. You can create visuals. It's similar to Midjourney. I'll say it's a little bit more technical to get things right and running, but because it's more technical, actually it's more flexible. So you need to be better in prompting to get what you want. Sometimes with Midjourney, with DALI 3, you're prompting, but you can't get what exactly you want. So Midjourney live demo. Let me see what I want to cover. So I'm going to escape from here, close this, and just going to write Midjourney. And here you go. That's where you land in the Midjourney. So that's my account. Obviously, you can see here a lot of different images. They are not generated by me. That's, as you can see, I'm in Explorer tab. So if I go there and I click, I can see the actual prompt. A huge cute cat is wearing Chinese New Year clothes, praying, cinematic, full body cute, and aspect ratio 3:4 version 6 of Midjourney. So the good thing here is that you can basically learn from what other people are doing. Once we log in into Discord, you can see like a wall of feed of images and you can see exact prompt. Obviously here is my images, so you can browse here and see what I've done. Again, you can go here and you can see the actual prompt. And if you want to go to actual Midjourney to generate the images, you click on community and login into your account. So what you can see here, I have a few examples and I'm just going to run you very quickly through the interface and how it works. So you see here different streams. So if I go to newbie 34, doesn't matter. You can see, here you go, black gaming, mobile phone product, image, hovering in space, blah, 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 blah. And then you can see the whole prompt here. And that's the actual image you get. And that's the next image. Or a very expensive plastic bottle of water with a beautiful label that reminds you of the ocean. And then you have a few parameters here. We don't have time to cover these parameters, but you have like three options. And even if I want, I can generate image from this option and use it. These are public. So if you use a paid account, what you can do is to go to direct messages and your Midjourney bot, and here are all of your prompts only. So let's get a few ideas of what we can do. The main and a simple thing you can do, I'll say for Midjourney, um, it's the following structure of the prompt. You have an object or subject, you have an action, and you have a surrounding. Basically, that's the or background. So object, action, and background. And here we say a man cycling on a road bike in rural Italy, and then you do backslash imagine, and you put the prompt. That's how you're going to get it. So let's see what we're going to get. So it's waiting to start right now. And it's going to start probably we're going to wait for this one, but because I already test them, we can see the result there, and we can skip the part of waiting for actual creation. But that's the concept. You do backslash imaging and you put the prompt, and actually at the moment it's generating the images. You see it's 46%. That's what you're going to get when it's ready. And then I can run you quickly of what you can do there as an option, and then we're going to go into some different scenarios. Cool. Let's give it some time. All right. Cool. These are the images. You can click on that and you can see a little bit bigger. Let's say we like one of those images, let's say number 4. And what you can do is to upscale number 4. So if we click here, this image will be upscaled. So if you open this one, open in browser, that's the actual image. That's the quality that we're going to get. So that's the upscaled image. Also, as an option here, you can do, actually, I like number 1, but I want to do a variation of number 1. So I go here and say, make me a variant of number 1, or also I can upscale number 1 as well. So here you go. This is the actual image, number 1. And this is the variation now. It's baking at the moment. So from this image, Midjourney is creating variation with 4 different variations. So we can continue like do variations of this or upscale some of this until we get the result that we need. Cool. We'll wait for this one. And because I'm really cautious about the time, I'm going to run you through another prompts that I already run this morning. So you can see how are the differences in how we can basically expand or make the prompt more advanced, let's say. Cool. So, we have these 4 images. If we like something, let's say I like number 4, you go upscale. That's how it looks like. That's photorealistic image. And it's great if you want to do a cycling campaign or something, you can generate your images. But let's just check something else. I use exactly the same prompt, but I put at the end AR 16 by 9, which is aspect ratio. That's how you can, with this parameter, you can work on aspect ratio. So you can say 60 by 9. Most of the platform are using 16 by 9. And again, you can upscale. It's going to go back at the bottom. So at the moment, it's upscaling. You go, that's your image. And then you can create different aspect ratio based on your needs. Let's just go up, and we can go even more advanced. We can say a man cycling on the road in rural Italy. So again, we have an object, an action, and surrounding, and then you say cartoon style, soft light, golden hour, aerial view perspective, shot on 1919 style camera. So we can define all these additional parameters, and that's what we can get. Let's just get one of those. Let's say number 3, this one with the sunset, and that's your result. You can open in browser and you can see what you can get. Closing this one, going back to Discord, and finally, as a final example, we can say a man cycling on the road in rural Italy, Pixar movie style. So you can do Pixar movie style, aspect ratio 16 by 9. You go and you can see definitely that it looks like Pixar. Let's just upscale number 3 and see what we are going to get as a result. Here you go, open in browser. That's the result. So you can see we can dictate the style as well. and you can create something really stunning as long as we have imagination to do it. Cool. That's the live demo part from Discord. I'm going to go back into my slides and moving forward. Let's see. I try to keep you 10 more minutes max. So we cover text, we cover images. Now let's cover a little bit quicker audio and video. So when we talk about generating audio and generative AI audio tools, it can be something that is for creating music, something for creating speech or voice, sound effect, or voice cloning. Voice cloning is like I can record my voice, I can use this voice to train the data, and then I can start using a text to voice, which actually sounds like me. A few tools, Music LM, this is a Google tool, um, Soundful, SoundRaw, Murph, and Koi AI. Very quickly, what's the difference? What they're doing? Music LM, it's a music tool. It's a Google tool for creating music. Stable Audio is another one that is doing exactly the same. That's for generating music. They're like a main models at the moment. They're not very advanced, but they're getting better. And the other Soundful and SoundRaw, it's a tools for creating like a royalty-free tracks for creators or background music for videos, podcasts, etc. So they're paid. They have some kind of restrictions. They kind of a predefined patterns you can follow. Then Merv, it's a voiceover generated tool, so you can get one more than 120 AI voice with 20 plus different languages. So that's great when we talk about an audio for e-learning, ads, explainers, audiobooks, etc., etc. So all the narrators can be replaced by this because you have a great variety of tools. So you can basically generate audio file from text. And Koi AI, the only difference is that it's created for voice cloning, or it can be used for for deepfakes as well. So that's why I'm just put it here just to be aware about this kind of stuff. Then we're going to video. So from video point of view, when we talk about generative AI, it's like a video to video translation, video summarizations, text to video generation, lip syncing, AI avatar videos, and deepfake. So we can use one video and create multiple videos, or we can get one video and create a summary or shorter version, or we can get a text and convert text as a mid-journey but not into image into video, or we can use an image and use this image as an input to create a video. We can do lip syncing and AI avatar videos. AI avatar, it's for a training or whatever. Some of the tools we are going to cover, you can basically create your own avatar, and in theory, my avatar can do this masterclass today. But a few examples: Runway as a tool, Synthesia and Lumen Tree. A few more. So Synthesia, it's one of my favorite in terms of AI avatar. So you can create a training video by just using text and predefined AI avatar. If you paid premium, you can create a AI avatar with your image, with yourself, and you can create all the videos with that. Support more than 100 languages. There's like a great use case for a company. I can't remember the name of the company, but they need to do onboarding video, and they need to do that in 5 different languages. So in terms of video production, that's a massive thing. So that's why they decided to go with Synthesia and basically create a custom avatar, and they have all the videos in all the languages, and it's streamlined because they start from text. They don't need to record video, they don't need to edit video. Everything is easy, simple, and more and cheaper. Then I'm just going to cover Runaway as a concept. That's a tool that can generate video from images or from text, and it's probably the most advanced at the moment. Keep in mind that this technology is not very good now, but it's getting better every single day. Runaway also are running a competition for competitions from time to time for generative AI movies. So there's like a completely new genre coming on as an art, like a completely generative AI generated video. So try it, see how you're going to feel about that. And that's the basic concept around video. And then I have a marketing use case. I'm going to run very quickly through that. And that will be so. Because we're talking about marketing today here, what I have is to get the concept of creating a marketing for event from A to Z to Z. So first, what we can do is market research. Run this prompt. The idea here is that we're going to run a brand new drone technology exhibition in Las Vegas. So first, we want to do market research. That's what we get as the result, and then this 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 result contain market overview, target audience, competitor analysis, location analysis, promotion and marketing, and conclusion. And don't rely 100% of this data. As we said, ChatGPT can hallucinate. So take this as a starting point and develop on that. Then we want to create a name of this event and strapline. So act as event planner, give me 10 ideas. Here are the 10 ideas of the name strapline. So what you can do is to change event planner with the creative director or creative copywriter in the prompt, so you can test different like job functions. You can ask for more idea, or you can combine ideas you want by your own. Then we can plan the actual event dates based on the industry and the other events going on there. So that's what ChatGPT recommends. So it's doing research, see if there is no clash. Again, check this data to be sure that that's all correct, because it can be made up completely. Also, we can go to Midjourney and create a logo for the event. So, for example, that's our event that we decided. That's the dates, that's the strapline, and then we can create actual logo. As you can see, Midjourney is not very good yet with words or with the text within the image, but that's getting better. Then let's say we need to create a sponsor deck. Um, we can use a prompt like that and get this as a result. Again, you can use a follow-up questions to get better result. You can use your existing template to give them as an example and to create a variation. And you can use the same strategy to create email templates across all departments, etc., etc. Then we can get the media plan idea. So that's our budget. How is the best way to spend it? And then ChatGPT can recommend how to split the budget. Again, that's our ideas. Don't take it 100%. Also, one interesting thing here is that we said at the end, present the result in a spreadsheet, which is part of the prompt at the end saying how we want to see the data. So that's the spreadsheet. And then again, double check the data, ask follow-up questions, and update the media plan. If you, for example, want to include TikTok, you say, okay, include TikTok, and then you say you still have this $100,000, but you have a line with TikTok as well. So if we talk about SEO, there's a whole concept of how you can create like SEO ready content very quickly. First, you create the keyword clusters, and then these are the clusters with a few keywords and ideas, topics there. Then you can use these clusters to create a blog post for each of these. And then once you have the blog post, you can use the same structure to write a long text, etc., etc. The interesting thing here is that you actually can use the different mm, frameworks, blog writing frameworks, and you can define this in your prompt and you'll get exactly what you need. If we need to do a social media post for that event, again, we can create a schedule first and actual post based on a topic. In this case, we say we need something around drone industry and sustainability. Here you go, that's the proposed That's the proposed posts, platform, hashtag, and schedule. Obviously, you can adjust based on your needs. Then you can create a video script. If you need to create a video for this event, you start with script. So with the prompt like that, you can create your script. It looks like that. It cuts into different scenes. So you can use that again as a starting point. You start from there, you edit, put your ideas, but actually you have something you can step on. There is no blank pages. You're not starting for a whiteboard. Then we can get the feedback, simple prompt, create post-event feedback form, and then you go. That's the something around the end of the event. You can ask your participants, and then there's it's an endless. So you can do competitor research, you can do keyword research, you can create your ad copy, you can create your speaker bios, you can create email templates, summarize feedback, sentiment analysis. So you get your all the data and say, okay, I want to do sentiment analysis to this to know what people actually are thinking. Is there like a good or bad attitude? You can create a copy of your landing page. You can create summaries of webinar. You can create promotional emails. You can create speaker panel questions, everything related to text, images, video. And because we're talking about marketing, you can do it here. And that's just, again, the top of the iceberg. So very quickly about Spark. So this is a framework because we talk about the different prompts, we talk about the different strategies, but how you actually apply it in practice, it's with this framework called Spark. So I work on this framework last year, middle of the last year. So it's a very simple concept where you first check your work process and see where you can implement AI. Then you pick a proper model or a proper software or proper tool. Then you apply this tool, which means that you create your prompts or you create your strategy, how to use it exactly. Then you train your team how to use these tools and be aware to train your team in general. And then once this is done, you need to keep evaluate this process regularly to be sure that everything's fine and everything's working properly. And then here I have one example, like it's not even marketing, it's more operational, but how this can be applied. So this is Ashley. She's head of PPC or paid media in our company. So when we analyzing how we can apply Spark, we go to something which is a client calls. So we do client calls every single day, and we say, is there any way we can um, shorten the process of summarizing the phone calls? And you say, yeah, AI can help with that, obviously. So because we use Google Workplace, we enable Duet AI, which create automatic summary in a Google Meet. I think you can do that in Zoom as well. And then once this is ready, we run one prompt directly over the summary doc that Google creates. And then that creates a minutes of meeting, which includes who was on that meeting, what was discussed, what are the action points. Very simple. And before that, we need to do that manually. And if we go to Ashley again and her case, and not only her case, so that saved her around 10 minutes per phone call. And then she's doing 10 calls per week. And if you do a proper math, you figure out that this saves around 10 working days per year. So just with one simple implementation, with one simple use of this framework. And I think we're running out of time, so I'm going to pass this experiment. So I've done like a few funny stuff over this year. So the one is how we can explain marketing terms to 5 years old. So we we use ChatGPT to create the content and then read this to Darcy, and then she come back with what she understands. It was great experiment. You can scan the QR code and you can go there and see the whole description of how it works and watch the video. Another experiment was what if Kurt Vonnegut shows up on the interview for digital marketing. So we actually use this kind of, we use our actual interview questions, and then we say, okay, reply as a Kurt Vonnegut. So it's kind of mix between Kurt Vonnegut style and also a marketer who is 30 years old. So that's a fun experiment. The other one I've done probably a year ago, it's to create a whole song using real people and ChatGPT. So you can scan the code, you can listen to the song. The idea was, okay, we get ChatGPT to help us create the lyrics and also help us with the chord structure. And then once we have that, we adjust a little bit the chord structure and we put this all together and create a whole song, which is called Party 2099. And we recorded that with the band I'm playing. And finally, I think that's the final of my slides, a little bit about me. So if you want to connect with me, you can scan the QR code or you can search for Alex Velinov on LinkedIn. That's the place where I'm most active. That's the place where I'm posting about different tools, different strategies, different findings, comparisons, etc., etc. So if you want to learn something new every day, that's the place. Also, I'm owner of these two uh, LinkedIn groups. The one is called OpenAI ChatGPT in marketing. So there's a marketer sharing ideas about how they can use AI in day-to-day basic, and the other one is only about custom GPTs. So you can be part of this group. They're open for everyone. And to summarize myself in a few words, I'll say I'm a long life learner, dreamer, and I always want to learn something new. And finally, before I go and we go to questions and answer, and I'm really conscious about time, it's that we're limited only by our own imagination. Thank you, and you can take from there Q&A session. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Alex. That was such an interesting presentation. I was
Thank
also
you.
very invested there. We can go ahead and take some questions here. If anyone has any questions, please feel free to leave your questions on the chat box, and we can go ahead with that. Of course, we are a little ahead of time, but no worries. We are always open for the Q&A session here. I'll just check my live session viewers as well if they have any questions here. Just give me 1 second. By any chance, do you have any questions asked personally to you, Alex?
Do I have any questions? No.
Maybe somebody. Okay. All right. So yeah, I do have a question here from a live viewer. He is asking what quality assurance checks need to be in place before deploying that code into production. Please explain the process.
What quality insurance? So if you're using ChatGPT or some of the, I assume that's the question of some of the models to generate code. Well, you need to apply exactly the same quality insurance as you do when you validate the code written by people. It's the same process, I'll suggest. So whatever you have, you need to go through the same process to be sure that the code is on high quality and put it into all the tests you're putting code written by people. It's exactly the same.
Great. So Swarab is following up with this with another question here. Please let us know how secure. So maybe regarding the code, he's following up with that.
I'm not sure about that. I can't answer properly. Let's say I need to think about this.
Yes, it does differ upon where we are using it. So yeah. Here's another question by Pratik. Hello, it would be great if you could show how to use Gen AI platforms to improve slide visualization with corporate color schemes and other guidelines and save time on creating a single slide for hours to make it appealing, professional, and articulated. Do
Mhm.
you have any suggestions to add here?
Well,
Even though you can share.
so you can do that in a few different ways. Let's say the one is I don't know exact name of the tools, but I'm sure there's tools that are created specifically for generating presentations. But also, if you use Canva, which I know it's one of the favorite marketing tools for marketers with restricted abilities for design, because there is a lot of template. Canva have baked in AI solution that basically you can use that to help you create your slides. But also you can, for example, if you use Google Slides and you use Google Workplace, you can use Duet AI to help you with slides. As well, the opposite spectrum, if you use Microsoft, you can use ChatGPT within Microsoft, or Bing Chat. It's called Bing Chat into Microsoft to help you with slides. I hope this answered the question.
Thank you, Alex. For the people asking about the recording version of the session, we will be posting it on our YouTube channel, so you can stay updated with us on that. We have some more questions here. Mahesh is asking, I have requests and question, how can I apply AI in project management? Need to do specialization in AI. Maybe a very vast topic. Can you put it in?
How can apply AI
Yeah.
in project management? So in terms of learning, if you talk about learning, I think the best way is to stick. So there's a lot of courses. So, but you need to find the one that resonates with you. I'll say you can start with the courses coming from the foundation models, everything coming from OpenAI, from Google, from LinkedIn, from Microsoft. These are a good starting point. And also keep in mind that they are courses created to be implemented within their solution, like a Microsoft solution or Google solution. So that's a good starting point. For learning AI. And I'm sure there is something specific about AI and project management, but my suggestion is learn the basic first before you go into details. Like, let's say, prompt engineering. That's a big thing. You need that. That's the language you communicate with AI. You need to know that language. So whatever you're doing, marketing, project management, art, or doesn't matter, you need to know the language first. You need to know the language you communicate. So go first, learn prompt engineer to some extent so you can understand how to prompt properly, and then go into details of your profession. That's my suggestion, at least.
Great suggestion, Alex. We still have a few more minutes. We can take some few more minutes for a question. I'm just checking the live chat here. Somebody is asking, when leveraging generative AI for testing, how do you ensure the test cases provide adequate code coverage to catch potential bugs? What specific strategies can be used?
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
Yeah, sure. So he's asking, when leveraging generative AI for testing, how do you ensure that test cases provide adequate code coverage to catch potential bugs? What specific strategies to be used?
You're not sure. I'll say use some of the previous examples you use in the past and try to train the model with these examples as much as possible, so you can cover as much as possible of what you have in the past, and there is no any kind of assurance that you're not going to miss something. But at least you have some knowledge, you have some historical data. Use that historical data as much as you can to train the model, so you can at least check these patterns first, and then you can ask the model to come with more suggestions. So if they're valuable, use them as well.
Okay, well noted. Thank you. Uh, we'll take one last question for today. Here is somebody is asking on the live. We'd love to hear some examples of how mid-sized companies with a handful of developers have successfully incorporated generative AI so far. What were some key learnings about change management and workflows?
Mhm. So uh, I probably can cover not something specifically for developers, but I'll say if you check the Spark framework, that can be handy because it can be applicable to every single. It's basically it's created for operations, whatever your business is, whatever it's marketing, whatever you're a software company, doesn't matter. It's the same concept. So the powerful part here is that this framework is created for exactly small business and medium-sized business, because when you go to enterprise, there's different games, there's a different concept, and there's a different restrictions that you need to follow to do things. But for this kind of business, you need to go through, check your processes and workflow, see where you can implement AI. So that's not easy task. Someone that knows AI needs to do that valuation first. It can be someone from your company, it can be someone external. Evaluate the processes, then choose what tools you're going to use, then implement these tools in the process. So basically, you inject somewhere in the process AI doing something, whatever it's manual or automated AI doing something on the way. Then you need to train your team. That's a big challenge, of course, because there's resistance. You need to have AI policy, how you use AI, what tools exactly you use. There's concern about privacy. There's concerns about, the output, etc., etc. Um, and then after that, you just need to monitor and see if it's working or it's not. If it's not working, just kill it, fail fast. And if it's working or stop working at some point, you need to change something on the way, fix it, and continue using it. But like the example I give with getting a summary or minutes of meeting, that's you can implement hundreds of these things. You just need to go into process step by step and see, okay, all right. And like as the first part is spot the potential, say, okay, that's obviously can be done by AI, and then find a way to do it, to automate it.
Awesome. So, just a quick question here by Mahesh. It seems he is still confused about where to start with learning about AI, and he has 17 years experience in project management and is a mechanical engineer. So he's asking if you have any suggestions for him to help him start this AI learning.
AI learning, okay, just to be simple, go check Microsoft courses, go check Google courses. That's what you can start with. There's a tons of them, and then start with prompt engineering, because that's the foundation you need to have for any single tasks.
I would also like to add here, GSDC also has courses in AI, so you can check out our courses as well. Generative AI courses, we have AI foundation courses as well. You can definitely check it out. We provide you with digital learning resources, and you can also connect with our learning advisors for more guidance there. So we'll leave our website there. You can check it out as well. Anything else you want to add to this point, Alex?
No, that's me. I'm way over time, probably
Yes.
40 minutes.
No worries. We do enjoy a good conversation, and definitely the your session was really helpful for us, and we will be looking forward to more sessions with you. So we will move on forward here with the session. Just before I go ahead, would you like to add any points to add end your session here?
Yeah, I'll say for everyone being in the session, just uh, don't restrict yourself. That's kind of more philosophical. It's not something related to AI only. It's not something related to what you're exactly doing, but just as I said at the end, we're limited only by our own imagination. So be more imaginative, dream more, because the dreamers are the people that actually are changing the society. These are the people that changing the world we're living in. If there was no dreamer, there we still will be living in the caves. That's why be dreamer, and then dream as more as you can.
Thank you so much, Alex. Very powerful point there, and we appreciate it so much. So thank you so much from myself and from behalf of GSDC as well. We will connect back again soon for maybe another great session together.
Okay, thanks very much. Have a good
Thank you.
and lovely day.
You as well. And yes, to all the participants, don't leave yet because we will be playing a gamification round. So you will get a chance to win a $400 worth voucher here. So do participate. My colleague will be sending the details of where you can register for this. So you can just click on the link and you can register yourself, sign up. For those of you who already know the process, do go ahead with it. For those of you who are new here, you can go to the link provided and you can sign up there. Don't log in because if you know your login details, definitely you can do that. But if you don't know your login details, you can go to sign up and you can enter your details. The session ID for today is 1715. So please do that while I set up the screen here for you to see. The link and session ID is shared on the chat box, so you can feel free to sign up there. Once you sign up, you will enter a dashboard here that will look like this, and once we start the session, you can click on the button that says attempt now, and you will enter the game. So yeah, please try it while I will stop sharing here and arrange the screen here for you. Alex, if you have time, please feel free to join us as well.
Okay, cool.
Thank you. So I'll just be sharing my screen in a quick while. If you have any queries, please let me know. Okay, we are sharing the proper link here. Please click on the link and you will see the page that I had earlier shown you. Once you enter, we will start the registration and you will enter the dashboard once you click on attempt now. You can use any dummy emails for your registration. So if you know your credentials, well and good. But if you don't know, you can just use any dummy emails and maybe you can use your own email. You can save the credentials for later for any other sessions, of course, and in our further future sessions as well, we will be playing that. So you can join those sessions as well and save your credentials for that. We have many interesting platforms coming up on the same gamification platform. For the viewers on live on our social media, my colleague must have shared the session ID and the link on the chat box, so feel free to click there and register yourself. All right, we'll give it some few minutes to wait for the participants to join. Please let me know if you are facing any issue and signing up for the gamification. Okay, can anyone please let me know if you are facing any issue? I do not see any players on the lobby yet. Okay, um, all right, great. We'll just be starting soon. Thank you for signing up. Great, yes. It will be a puzzle game and we'll give it around 2 minutes for you to complete it. Once you click on the puzzles, the you will see the picture that is hidden there. I believe I have a little bit of glitch here on my screen, but no worries. I'm just starting the quiz. Please feel free to just add your go ahead and play the game if it's already started. All right, I apologize for the glitch here. I believe I will have to start this game again. Please let me know if you are still able to see the puzzle game. All right. I believe we are having a slight glitch here. I'm so sorry for this issue. We're just trying to solve this in the backend. Please bear with us. Okay, some are playing the game. However, I have a slight glitch on my screen here. I'm so sorry for this inconvenience. I am trying to fix this. Please bear with us until we do this. You can enjoy the game in the meantime. Apologies to the ones who couldn't sign in. We are facing a little bit of glitch on the back end. We're trying to fix this. In the meantime, please, whoever are playing, please feel free to do so. You can enjoy the game in the meantime. Okay, we have the screen now. I'm just sharing my screen here if you can see. Yes, I hope you are able to see my screen now. So we have the participants here. Congratulations to the one who have already played. And I see somebody still playing. Just for the one who is playing, we'll give it 10 seconds here, and then we'll announce the winners. So during the countdown here, if you are still playing, you can hurry up. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So that is the end of the quiz, and thank you so much for playing. We have the winners list here. Please feel free to switch on your camera and your audio to share your experience. I see Mr. Sun Kit. I believe that's Long Sun Kit. I'm sorry if the pronunciation is wrong, but feel free to start your camera and share your insights if you'd like. So you are the winner of this session, and you get a $400 word certificate with GSDC. You can get in touch with us to claim this. As for our second and third winner, Goran and Oluwafemi, thank you so much for playing, and congratulations. You both get to be on the Wall of Fame, the GSDC Wall of Fame for this session. So yeah, you can get in touch with us. We will share our details on the chat box, and we will be reaching out to you for all the deeds for your announcement. If you'd like, you can turn on your camera and you can share us your experiences as well. So we are sharing our contact details on the chat box. You can, yes, okay, Lung, no problem. You can reach out to us on email for your to claim this prize. And again, thank you so much to everyone for playing. You can check your scores on the chat on the board itself here. Yes. So yes, I believe no one is ready to switch on the camera, but no worries. Thank you again so much for playing. We will end the gamification here, and again, thanks to everyone who has played, and I apologize for the glitch earlier. However, obviously these things keeps happening, so thank you so much for your patience with us. And just an information for the next session, we'll have it on 28, and this will be on finance and banking. If you have anyone interested there, you can let them know, ring it to them, and we can connect again on the session. Also, we are undergoing a questionnaire every Monday on our LinkedIn. So if you are interested, feel free to join there, because we are giving away a lot of gifts there, and you can win many vouchers from GSDC. Also, you will be able to check out our website and our LinkedIn to connect with us further on. And if you're interested, feel free to check out our certifications. Also, please do give us a few minutes to leave us your session takeaways and learning on our Trustpilot. We are sharing the links on the chat box for you, and you can feel free to add the details. You can feel free to share your experiences there, and yeah, we will be so glad to connect with you as well. So thank you so much again for the session. Again, until we see you next on our next session, we will be saying goodbye here. Thank you for everything. Thank you for joining, and yes, we will see you again. Have a good day, good evening, good night, wherever you are, and please take care.